Hello, NC Gang. I am Shannon, and this is Naturally Candid with Shan. In this community, we share interesting content on personal development, personal finance, real estate, and vlogs. Through these videos, I opt to educate, inspire, and showcase some of my most exciting experiences. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Naturally Candid with Shan. I am your girl, Shannon. And at this time, I want you to help me pick up Jamaica, the land of food and water. Jamaica is known for its rich culture and its beautiful landscapes, its amazing and warm and welcoming people. Now, if you are interested in buying a piece of land or buying a house, just owning a piece of your pie in Jamaica, then guess what? You are in the right place. This video is the first part of a 4-part video series that I will have here on my channel that I personally titled A First Time Home Buyer's Guide. Yeah, how that sound? Yeah, I think it's so nice too. Comment down in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Now, in this video, I'll guide you through the process of purchasing your first home on the open market in Jamaica. If that is something that you're interested in, then where are we and subscribe to the channel now? Or like the video, man.
You subscribe already? Alright, I could continue.
So I've made a list here that I think would be beneficial to especially those persons who are not au fait of the process of purchasing their first home. So the first thing I have here on my list is that you need to know which parish you intend to live in. Where do you want to live? Right? That's the first thing. Where do you want to live? Is the parish, is the place that you want to live safe? Is this a parish too far away from where I will be working? You need to know all that information. So whether it's the bustling city of Kingston or the serene beaches of Montego Bay or the cool hills of Mandeville, you will decide based on what your need is in the time that you intend to purchase the property. Now, the next step that I have here is that you need to set a realistic budget. I find out that oftentimes people, based on the processes that I've been through with my clients, I realize that a lot of clients, they want really nice properties, and I get it. I completely understand it. But we also have to understand that in order to purchase those properties, we need to have the funds to purchase them. No, we have to set realistic budgets. We can't set our mind to purchase a $30 million property when we don't know where the first dollar coming from. Or say you get pre-approved, and we're going to get to that step very soon. When you get pre-approved, you get pre-approved for a property of the value, you get what, $16 million for the pre-approval, but you are looking into properties that are $30 million and you do not have the cash to subsidize the balance, then that wouldn't be realistic. When we talk about setting realistic goals, we talk about setting goals or setting out the price that you can afford comfortably. Will I be able to pay back this mortgage at this rate every month and not have to sacrifice even eating food to pay it back? That's what we talk about, affordability, what you're able to afford. So you need to set a realistic budget. Now, when I also say that, I want you to also know that there are other costs associated with purchasing the property, and not just the cost for the or the price for the property. You have different costs. You will need to have like closing costs. You will need to have the deposit and valuation in the case of a mortgage, and surveillance in the case of a mortgage. So you need to factor in those additional costs. So if the price of the property says $16 million, then you'll also need to find the deposit, which is the 5 to 10%. You'll need to find closing costs. You'll need to find surveillance cost, lawyer fee, that. All those will need to be factored in to your overall amount that you would need to purchase the property. All right, so that's what I mean by by setting a realistic budget. You want to be able to afford the property and afford your life even after purchasing the property. Okay. Now, I hope that didn't discourage you. This is just a video to basically prepare you to own your home comfortably. All right. So if you're planning to take out a mortgage, it is essential. This is the next thing. It's essential to get your pre-approval. When you're getting mortgages, you need a pre-approval letter, or what they call also a pre-qualification letter. What this shows is your affordability, what you are able to afford when you take out the mortgage, what the company, what the bank, what the NHD or whatever lending institution is willing to pay or to willing to lend you to pay for your property. All right. So the NHD, I wanted to put this part in that the NHD has partnered with a number of banks to provide joint financing. This is especially useful for those persons who are purchasing on their own. Say NHD gives you, you're purchasing on the open market. So NHD would give you like a maximum of $7.5 million, and you want to purchase a property that's $15 million, but you do not have the cash to add to that $7.5 million, then you can look into going to another bank that does joint financing with the NHD to get that additional $7.5 million that will make it a possibility for you alone to purchase that $15 million property. You understand? If you don't understand, state it down in the comments below. And if you think that I'm being clear enough, let me also know that in the comments below. Now, just to give you a bit of additional information, some of the banks that do joint financing with the NHTs like JMB, Jamaican National, Scotia Bank, and I would presume others. Those are the ones that I work along with, so I know those. All right, so you can consider that, especially if you are somebody that is purchasing the property on your own and you don't have no assistance from any parent, assist, or anything, you can consider joint financing with another lending institution. All right, so that brings me to my next step. And for this step, I am particularly useful for this step. I know that the home buying process can be a very tedious process. As such, I would recommend that if it's your first time purchasing a home, especially for you, I would tell you to get a real estate agent. Engage the service of a real estate agent so that they'll be able to give you insights on what's on the market, find good offers and deals that you could capitalize on, and just help you through the entire home purchasing process so that it would be seamlessly easier for you. If you're a person who can't bother with the hustling and the bustling and the whole heap of go in business, get yourself a real estate agent. Now, let me just interject here and offer my services to you. I am a licensed real estate agent, and so you can contact me should you need assistance in purchasing your first home. Now, I am Shannon Johnson, as I mentioned earlier, and you can contact me at 316-4210, or you can send me a direct message on Instagram. Everybody using Instagram nowadays, so let me just put that in there as well. And I'm on Instagram as your realtor underscore Shan. So yeah, send me a DM now. Makota. Once you have selected your realtor and you have worked with your realtor to select a property that you'd like, and you see the vision for that property, then guess what? It's now time to arrange for viewing. So now you would start viewing those properties. So this is what I'm gonna say. You need to take your time to assess these properties. When you go to view them, take your time to assess them. Take your time and look at the structure, look at the plumbing and the electrical fixtures, look at the how it is set up, look at the layout of the property. Is it fitting to your liking? Will you have to do much work on it? How much you think and estimate that you'd have to pay to get those fixtures done? Just take some time and really assess these properties thoroughly. And if you have a contractor, say you're buying, we're speaking about the open market, so more than likely it would have been pre-owned by someone. So if you have a contractor, it would be nice to take along that person if they're available with you to look at these structures if you are not knowledgeable about those things. All right. So yeah, take a thorough look when you go to assess. All right. So my next step is that you can also take pictures and photos, ask your agent questions and stuff. So that brings me to my next step. All right. So when you found a home that matches what you are looking for, guess what time it is? It's now the time to make an offer. Now, you would make an offer based on what you have seen, based on your budget, based on advice from your lawyer. Oh, we're going to get into that lawyer thing soon. And you can also, maybe your realtor gave you a little insight on things that you can look out for when you're making your offer. And when you come to your final conclusion, now then your realtor will send you the documents that you need to fill out and submit to make your offer. Hopefully, your offer gets accepted, especially if you are very sold on that particular property. Once your offer is accepted, you will need to pay your deposit. You will need to sign a sales agreement first and then pay your deposit. And your deposit is usually 5 to 10%, as I mentioned earlier, of the purchase price of the property. So the sales agreement details the terms and conditions of the sale. So it usually entails the deposit that you have to pay, the purchase price of the property, and the closing date. All right. So all of those are mentioned in the sales agreement. So that brings me to the next step. So before purchasing, I said to you that I was gonna mention this. Before purchasing the house and signing off on sales agreement and stuff like that, I would advise that you get a lawyer, especially when you're not knowledgeable about all the terms and conditions that you need to sign. There are a lot of lawyer stuff that comes up in real estate purchasing. And so getting a lawyer to assist you with understanding these things, it would definitely help you. And trust me, we don't want to lose any money in this time. Then, if you're using your mortgage at this part now, or at this point, your bank will want to do a valuation of the property to determine the market value. And it may also want to request that you do a surveillance of the property. After we're through with that, it brings me to the next step. So before closing, you want to do like a walkthrough, a final walkthrough of the property, doing all your final checks to make sure that everything is in the correct way, or you view it and you see it for sale and or you were told, all of that is in the same order when you are ready to finally close on the property. Now, on closing day, which is the day that you will basically close all transactions as it pertains to that property, you will sign off on all documentation. All the necessary things will be done. You get your key, and then guess what? Now the house is yours. Very good. The house would be yours. So that's a wrap. So I hope this video has been helpful in your pursuit to owning a piece of paradise. And I'm also imploring you to check out my next video that will be coming in this series, and that is the best banks to get a mortgage. Now, if you're interested in that, do not hesitate to subscribe to this channel, like the video, share it with your friends, comment down below what you would also like to see in the future moving forward. All right, for more tips and information, you know where to find me. If you need real estate services, you can contact me on Instagram direct messages. My Instagram handle is your realtor underscore Shan. You can always message me over there, and you can also send me a message on WhatsApp or call at 876-316-4210. No, I'll stop right here for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.